God says, listen closely, my beloved one. There are moments when heaven itself bends near to whisper something that cannot wait. This is one of those moments. There is a reason you are reading these words right now, and it is not by coincidence. A force in the shadows does not want you to hear this. The witch has been watching your life unfold, jealous of your beauty, your grace, and the favor I placed upon you. She has been working in silence, speaking lies into the wind, hoping those lies would grow into storms around you. She fears the light that shines from within you because it is divine, and every prayer you speak shakes the darkness that feeds her power. Archangel Michael stands near you now, his wings trembling with urgency. He says, "Beloved, please listen. I am not joking. Open your heart to these words." Within 2 minutes, her identity will begin to be revealed in your spirit. You will begin to feel who she is, the one pretending to love you but hiding venom beneath her tongue. He is not speaking to frighten you, but to awaken you. The enemy's greatest victory comes when you doubt your own intuition. You have already felt strange energy around certain people. You notice the unease, the way your peace seemed to vanish after their presence, the way you felt drained after certain conversations. That was not your imagination. That was your spirit warning you that not everyone smiles from love. The witch wants you to skip this because she knows exposure is coming. She has stolen enough from you, your time, your glow, your confidence. She thrives on distraction. She whispers into your mind, "This is not real, this is foolish," so that you walk away before truth pierces through. But heaven says, do not turn away. Stay with me. I am about to uncover what has been buried deep. You will not only see her identity, but you will also see how heaven has been protecting you behind the scenes all along. There are spiritual cords connecting you to people who were never meant to stay. Some of these cords were formed through trust, others through love, and a few through pity. The witch used those cords to drain you, to pull light from your heart, and to send confusion into your path. But Archangel Michael has drawn his sword tonight. The sword of divine fire is descending upon every invisible chain that has kept you tied to deceit. Michael says, the moment you read this, light is cutting through the fog that was covering your discernment. The witch's spells, her manipulation, her fake kindness, all of it is being burned away. She will not be able to hide anymore. God says, I have seen how much you have cried, wondering why things go wrong right after something beautiful begins. You thought maybe it was your bad luck, maybe timing, maybe you weren't good enough. But no, beloved. It was her interference. She sent confusion to people's minds about you. She made some turn cold for no reason. She spoke your name into dark altars, trying to block your blessings. But the thing she never understood is that you are mine. When someone touches what belongs to God, they touch fire without knowing it. She was warned by her own spirit guides, but she ignored it. Now, heaven steps in, Michael says, when you prayed last night, heaven listened. You said, God, please reveal who is behind my pain. That prayer broke the final seal. Now revelation begins. Within the next hours, you will notice strange signs, a message, a name that appears suddenly, a dream, or a face that comes to your mind with clarity. Do not dismiss it. That is divine confirmation. The witch's disguise is falling apart. Her own words will expose her. She will speak out of panic, trying to cover what she did. But no cover can last under divine light. God says, your beauty was never only physical, it was spiritual beauty that radiated even in silence. That's why people stared, why rooms shifted when you entered. She saw that glow and envied it. She tried to steal it through imitation, dressing like you, talking like you, copying your tone, but the divine glow cannot be copied. It comes from favor. Favor is something earned through pain, through faith, through every tear you shed without complaining. Heaven anoints those who endure silently. And you have endured far more than anyone knows. There were moments when you felt completely unseen, like your prayers hit the ceiling. But God says, I was there even in your silence. I was testing hearts around you, and most failed. I wanted to show you who truly stands with you when the world goes silent. You learned who calls you only when they need something, who smiles only when you are down. Those were not coincidences. I allowed those patterns to reveal the truth. The witch's influence was strong, but your spirit is stronger. Archangel Michael has been battling over your destiny, protecting you from accidents, betrayals, and even spiritual attacks you never knew happened. There were nights when you suddenly felt heavy or tired without reason. That was when he blocked an arrow meant for you. You didn't see it, but heaven did. The witch tried to tamper with your path, to make you miss divine timing. But Michael says, not anymore. He has drawn a line in the sand tonight. He says the next 24 hours mark a reversal. What was taken will begin to return, piece by piece. God says, you must stay calm and in prayer. Do not let fear touch your heart. Fear gives her power. Faith takes it away. Keep saying, I am covered in divine light. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Each time you say that, heaven strengthens the shield around you. Every curse turns back to its sender. Every spell returns empty. The witch will feel the confusion she once sent to you. She will beg for mercy because she will realize she was fighting against divine will. Beloved, this is the moment where your story begins to shift. What was hidden in darkness will soon be spoken openly. Some people will act strange, they'll distance themselves, they'll avoid your eyes, or they'll bring up excuses. Do not chase them. That is God removing what no longer aligns with your destiny. When the truth comes, it will sting at first, but healing will follow quickly. You will feel peace like you haven't felt in months. Archangel Michael says, within 2 minutes, heaven begins releasing signs. Watch your surroundings. Something in your spirit will vibrate when you read these words, because your soul recognizes truth. The witch knows her time is over. She's been feeling her energy fading, her control slipping. She has nightmares now. In those dreams, she sees the fire she tried to send your way coming back toward her. That's the divine law of return. Whatever energy you give comes back multiplied. God says, do not seek revenge. Do not lower yourself to anger. Stand still, and I will fight for you. The exposure itself will be your vindication. She will confess through her own panic. And when that happens, do not gloat, simply walk away. Walking away is your power. Silence is your victory. This season, I am restoring your radiance. You will look in the mirror and see light in your eyes again. The glow you thought you lost is returning, but this time it comes with wisdom. You will no longer fall for false sweetness. You will sense energy instantly. That sensitivity is not weakness, it's divine discernment. Michael says, heaven is teaching you to trust what you feel, not what people say. God says, your beauty will shine stronger than before. The witch tried to dim it, but the oil of anointing cannot be erased. You will glow because your spirit is pure. Even those who doubted you will feel your transformation and be silent. Some will even apologize. But you must forgive, for forgiveness frees you from the residue of pain. There will be divine compensation for all that was lost. Expect blessings to move fast. A sudden opportunity will appear, something you once prayed for but forgot about. That's heaven's sign of restoration. When it comes, don't hesitate. Accept it. It's your reward for obedience. Michael says, beloved, do not underestimate your own power. You have the heart of a warrior wrapped in gentleness. That's why heaven favors you. That's why darkness fears you. When you walk into rooms, your light exposes hidden intentions. People may not say it, but they feel it. That's why some keep distance. It's not because you're wrong, but because your spirit reveals what they hide. The witch's downfall will not come through confrontation, but through divine exposure. People will begin to see her true colors. Her charm will fade. Those who once believed her lies will turn away. She will face isolation, not by your hands, but by her own actions returning to her. That is divine justice. It never misses. God says, I will give you peace that passes understanding. You will wake up one morning and realize the weight is gone. That's when you'll know the curse is broken completely. Archangel Michael will still guard you, but his sword will now rest because the battle is already won. The next days will bring clarity. Watch for repeating signs, numbers, feathers, songs, messages, even strangers saying something that feels too personal. Those are confirmations. Heaven speaks in codes. Listen deeply, beloved, I am proud of you. You have walked through fire and still chosen love. You could have turned bitter, but you didn't. That's why I am lifting you now. This witch cannot stop your destiny. She can delay, but never destroy. And her delay ends now. Archangel Michael kneels beside you, saying softly, "Breathe, beloved. It's over. The light has won." Feel that warmth around you? That's divine energy wrapping you in safety. No one can steal your beauty or blessings ever again, from this moment. Everything shifts in your favor. You will notice peace in places that once brought anxiety. You will smile again without force. You will attract genuine souls who mirror your heart. And those meant for your next chapter will recognize your light without explanation. God says, keep your faith high. This message came because you were meant to see it. I allowed it to find you right now because your soul was ready. The witch wanted you distracted, scrolling past this moment, but heaven intervened. You paused, and in that pause, your destiny turned. Now let go of fear. Say quietly, I am covered. I am chosen. I am free. Each word breaks another invisible thread of darkness, God says. The story ends differently than they planned. Those who plotted will witness your rise. Those who whispered your name in malice will hear it honored. The witch will watch your blessings multiply while her own power fades to dust. Heaven promises, you will not lose anything ever again without gaining something greater in return. The rest of your life will unfold in divine alignment. You will wake with peace and sleep with joy. You will no longer question your worth, because heaven just confirmed it. Archangel Michael whispers one last time, it's done. Her identity will be revealed. And she will beg for mercy, not from you, but from heaven itself. You, beloved, are untouchable under divine protection. Stay in faith. You are safe. You are covered. Nothing will go wrong with you. God is with you, always. God says, listen to me, my beloved child. Do not let fear grip your heart, for fear is the weapon the dark ones use to confuse and control your spirit. I am here, and I will never abandon you. I see what has been happening behind closed doors. The witch I speak of has whispered lies about you in places you have never even been. She has tried to cloud the vision of those around you, to twist what is pure, to drain what is beautiful. But she has already been seen by heaven. Archangel Michael has drawn his sword not to harm, but to protect what is mine, your life, your light, and your destiny. Archangel Michael says, I am standing beside you even as you read these words. I can feel the pulse of your fear, but I tell you this, there is nothing that can overpower the one who stands in the light of God. She has tried to steal your reflection, to mirror your gifts, to speak in your voice, to feed off your blessings. But heaven has seen it all. Her time of pretending is ending. When you opened your eyes to this message, the light of exposure began. Every false veil she placed over your image is burning away right now in the fire of divine truth. God says, the reason you have been feeling drained, the reason you wake some days feeling watched, is because your spirit is sensitive. It senses when something unclean moves around you. But I tell you this, your power is not fading, it is being reclaimed. The witch thought she could draw from your energy, your beauty, your charm, your blessings, but she never knew that everything that comes from me cannot be stolen, it can only multiply. And that is what is happening now. What she took in secret will return to you sevenfold. Your beauty will be restored, your peace will return, your voice will become stronger, and your presence will shine so brightly that no shadow will dare stand before you again. Archangel Michael says, "Beloved, I have fought for you before you even knew I existed. I have blocked arrows that were sent your way in the night. I have confused their words when they tried to turn others against you. I have walked before you to scatter traps, and I have whispered in your spirit when you thought you were all alone. I have watched you cry and wondered why you kept blaming yourself for what others secretly did. But now heaven says, enough. This is the moment where the deceiver will reveal herself. Watch closely in the next few days, her mask will fall on its own. You will not need to expose her, the truth will expose itself. God says, my child, there are moments when I allow darkness to move near, not to harm you, but to strengthen your discernment. You have learned who truly loves you and who pretends to. You have learned that some people smile with their lips but curse with their heart. The witch I speak of has touched your life before, through envy, through imitation, through secret sabotage. But her energy cannot exist where my light dwells. I am covering you now with a shield so bright that no spell, no curse, no manipulation can survive its presence. Your home is surrounded by angels. Every corner, every door, every mirror, every breath of air around you is now charged with divine fire. You are untouchable. Archangel Michael says, the reason I am urging you to open this message quickly is because timing matters in the spiritual realm. When heaven speaks, a window of divine reversal opens. In that window, what was stolen can be retrieved, what was bound can be released, what was hidden can be revealed. That is why the witch wants you to skip this, to miss the divine moment of exposure. But you did not skip it. You obeyed the divine nudge. And because of that obedience, your restoration begins now. God says, you will soon notice a shift in the atmosphere. The heaviness that sat in your spirit will begin to lift. The confusion that fogged your thoughts will begin to clear. You will begin to see signs, little coincidences that are not coincidences at all. A sudden name will come to your mind. A conversation will reveal something unexpected. A strange dream will return to your memory. All of these are keys. I am revealing the truth piece by piece so you can see how carefully I have watched over you. Archangel Michael says, she wanted you to feel powerless, but now you will understand that she has no authority over a soul sealed by heaven. The strength you feel returning is not your imagination, it is your divine essence waking up. You are remembering who you are, a child of God, created in glory, born with light in your eyes that darkness cannot extinguish. Every lie that was spoken over you is breaking now. Every curse she whispered in her secret place is returning to her for repentance. Not out of vengeance, but out of divine justice. God says, do not waste your tears on her downfall. When she comes to you, trembling, asking for mercy, show compassion but do not reopen the door. Forgiveness does not mean permission. You are being elevated, and not everyone can follow you into the next chapter. This was not a punishment, it was preparation. I have been cleansing your circle, removing the hands that tried to take without gratitude. You are stepping into a season of multiplication, but I cannot allow contamination to follow you there. Archangel Michael says, your prayers have been heard, every single one. Even the prayers you whispered through tears when you thought I wasn't listening. You said, God, why me? Why does this keep happening? And heaven answered, because you carry light that attracts both blessings and battles. The witch saw your light and mistook it for weakness, but light is never weak. It exposes everything hidden in darkness. And now that you have chosen faith over fear, her influence is gone. God says, I will restore your confidence. I will restore your peace. I will restore your beauty, not just the beauty others see, but the beauty of your spirit that glows through your eyes. You will notice people treating you differently because the aura of divine favor will surround you. Every door that was closed out of jealousy will open again, this time in your favor. Every opportunity that was delayed will rush toward you. The tables are turning in your favor, and there is nothing she can do to stop it. Archangel Michael says, when you feel anxious, place your hand over your heart and whisper, I am covered in divine light. That phrase is not just words, it is a command that ripples through the spiritual world. I and my legion respond when you speak light. We move faster than shadows. We protect, we restore, we guide. You are never alone. Even now, as you breathe, there are wings around you, soft, glowing, steady. Feel that warmth on your skin, that is heaven's reassurance. God says, be careful with what you share from now on. Do not expose your plans to those who envy you. The witch's power grew through knowledge of your dreams. She watched your words. But now, speak less, pray more, and act with quiet confidence. When I bless you this time, no one will be able to trace how it happened. It will look like sudden success, but it is the result of divine preparation. You are entering a time of silent miracles. Everything she tried to block will manifest right before her eyes. Archangel Michael says, the night is over, beloved. You have cried long enough. Heaven has seen your endurance, your patience, your faith. The test was hard, but your reward will be greater. I am not leaving you. I will remain beside you until peace becomes your natural state again. Every day, as you wake, say, "Thank you, God, for exposing what was hidden and restoring what was lost." Those words activate the energy of gratitude that multiplies blessings. God says, "Do not be afraid of what you will see next." The exposure may surprise you. You may realize that the one you suspected least was the one draining your peace. But take it as clarity, not pain. I reveal to heal, not to hurt. Once you know the truth, you will be free from the confusion that bound you. You will walk lighter, breathe easier, and smile again without wondering who is watching. That is the freedom I have prepared for you. Archangel Michael says, when you sense a sudden stillness in the room, do not be afraid. That is not darkness, it is presence. I stand there, guarding, watching, ensuring no unclean energy remains. If you light a candle and whisper a prayer, know that we hear it instantly. The witch can no longer see you. Heaven has cloaked you in invisibility. To her eyes, you no longer exist in the same vibration. She will look for you in the same way. God says, "Listen very carefully, my beloved. There is a reason why you were drawn to these words right now. This message is not random. This is not coincidence. This is divine timing. Heaven has waited for the right moment to speak to you, and that moment is now. The enemy has been plotting in secret, weaving webs of deceit, and trying to disguise the truth behind smiles and kindness that are nothing but poison in disguise. She, the one who pretends to care, has been moving silently, wishing for you to skip this message, because she knows that if you read it completely, the veil will be lifted and everything she worked for will collapse before her eyes. Archangel Michael stands near you now, his wings spread wide, glowing with heavenly fire, protecting you from the darkness that tries to touch your light. He is not speaking softly this time, his voice carries divine authority. He says, "Beloved, don't you dare scroll away, don't you dare let fear or doubt stop you. Heaven is watching. The truth is about to come out. This is the moment of exposure. The witch who has envied your beauty, your grace, and your favor, has tried to whisper your name in places of darkness. She wanted to steal your blessings, your confidence, and even the radiance that shines from your soul. She knows your light is divine, and she can't create her own, so she tries to take yours. God says, "Do not be afraid. I have seen every attempt, every trick, every jealous thought she has spoken into the night. I have watched as she smiled in your presence while cursing you behind closed doors. But I am the Lord your protector, and I will not allow her plans to succeed. She has tried to cover herself with false innocence, pretending to be loyal, but her heart has been corrupted by envy. You have felt it, haven't you? The sudden tiredness for no reason, the strange sadness, the moments where your confidence seemed to fade without explanation. Those were not coincidences, beloved. Those were her silent attacks, disguised as concern, wrapped in deceit. But now heaven intervenes. Archangel Michael says, I am holding my sword of truth over her name right now. The moment you read these words, light begins to pour over the darkness she hid behind. The veil is burning. The exposure begins. You may feel a strange peace even as you read, or maybe a tingling on your skin. That is not fear. That is divine power reclaiming its space in your life. That is God confirming that you are chosen, protected, and seen. No witchcraft, no spell, no jealousy can touch a soul guarded by heaven. God says, I have heard the prayers you didn't even speak out loud. I know you have been strong for too long. I know the tears you've cried quietly, the moments you felt isolated, and the nights you questioned why certain people changed so suddenly toward you. You thought maybe you were imagining it, but you weren't. They were influenced by her darkness, manipulated by her words, because she feared your rise. But she cannot stop what is ordained. What is divine cannot be stolen. What is blessed cannot be reversed. And what belongs to you will return multiplied. Michael whispers, Beloved, time is short. Within 2 minutes, light will strike the darkness that has surrounded her. Her lies will unravel. She will see the faces of the angels that protect you. And she will fall on her knees in fear. You might think that sounds impossible, but remember, heaven's timing is not human timing. God does not need a day to bring justice, He needs only a second. The exposure will come through something unexpected, a slip of the tongue, a message she didn't mean to send, a sudden confession, or someone finally speaking up after years of silence. Whatever it is, the truth will break through, and everyone who once doubted you will finally see who you truly are. God says, stay calm. Do not seek revenge. Do not lower your vibration. I am already moving. I am already sending angels to restore your name, your peace, and your energy. You have carried so much pain from people pretending to love you while secretly plotting against you. But the time for endurance has ended. This is the season of exposure. Everything hidden must be revealed, because your destiny cannot coexist with deceit. You were not meant to walk through life dimmed by other people's envy. You were born to shine with divine radiance. Even your beauty, your inner and outer light, was created by heaven to reflect my glory. That is why she wants it. She doesn't just want your looks, she wants the attention, the admiration, and the grace that come from me. But what she doesn't understand is that divine favor cannot be imitated. It can only be inherited through purity of heart. Archangel Michael's voice grows firmer now. He says, Beloved, listen to me. She thought she could take from you because you are gentle. She mistook your kindness for weakness. But heaven has declared a reversal. Every energy she tried to drain from you will return to her tenfold, not as blessing, but as a mirror. She will face the reflection of what she sent. She will realize that you were never her enemy, you were her last chance to find redemption. But she rejected light, and now she will face the consequence of her choices. God says, you must forgive her in your heart, even though she doesn't deserve it. Forgiveness doesn't mean you allow her back into your life, it means you release yourself from her power. The moment you forgive, her chains over you break forever. That's how heaven works. I don't want you to carry anger, I want you to walk free. Because your purpose is greater than revenge. Your purpose is to carry light to places where others have lost hope. And you cannot do that if you're burdened by pain. The witch will expose herself without you lifting a finger. She will speak words that will reveal her own guilt. Her own voice will betray her. This is not something you have to do, this is something God has already set in motion. Within days, you will notice strange shifts, people suddenly acting distant from her, conversations changing, the truth surfacing in ways you never expected. These are signs that heaven's justice has begun. Michael says, do not fear the shaking. Sometimes God allows the shaking to remove what was built on lies. You may lose some people, but what remains will be real. The fake connections will crumble, and the genuine ones will grow stronger. This is divine pruning. It hurts, but it's holy. You will soon see how every betrayal, every disappointment, every tear you cried was preparing you for this moment of divine elevation. You were never losing, you were being positioned. God says, the witch's time of control is ending. Her spiritual contract with darkness is collapsing. The same power she tried to use against you will turn back on her. This is not cruelty, this is justice. What one sows, one reaps. She wanted you to feel small, but now she will watch as I make your name known for good reasons. She will see you rise, not through manipulation, but through divine grace. You will glow in peace, in confidence, in beauty that radiates from within. The world will look at you and say, there's something different about them. And that something will be me. Archangel Michael stands with his sword of light over your home. He says, beloved, no darkness can enter this space now. As you read this, your home is being cleansed. Every negative word ever spoken against you is dissolving. Every curse is turning into a blessing. Every closed door is unlocking. You may even sense warmth, peace, or stillness as this happens. That's heaven confirming that the battle is over. The witch can no longer access your energy. Her connection to you is broken. Her mirror has shattered. You are safe, God says, I am restoring your beauty, inside and out. You will wake up feeling lighter, brighter, more confident. The dullness that once clouded your eyes will be replaced with divine fire. You will walk into rooms and change atmospheres without saying a word. This is not vanity, this is restoration. The enemy tried to dull your glow, but I am amplifying it. You will carry a presence that confuses those who once underestimated you. Your energy will be undeniable, your blessings visible, and your peace unshakable. Michael says, "Beloved, she wanted to steal your reflection, but she forgot who you belong to. You are God's creation. You are marked by heaven. You carry the signature of the Most High. No one can copy that." And in that moment, the witch will realize her own defeat. Her dark power was never stronger than your light, it was only the illusion of fear that made it seem that way. But now that illusion is gone, God says, prepare yourself, because what comes next is restoration in every area. Your finances, your relationships, your opportunities, all of it is being renewed. What was stolen will be returned multiplied. The people who walked away will regret it. Those who mocked you will watch as blessings chase you. This is not revenge, it is vindication. Heaven always balances the scales. I have not forgotten your faithfulness. I have not ignored your prayers. I have counted your tears. And now, I will reward your endurance with overflow. You will soon receive confirmation that the witch has been exposed. It may come as a conversation, a dream, a sudden message, or even a stranger speaking truth unknowingly. You will know it's me because it will bring peace, not fear. It will align perfectly with what your spirit already sensed. This is my way of saying, see, I told you I was working behind the scenes. Archangel Michael smiles softly now. His wings wrap around your energy field like a shield. He says, "Beloved, your protection is sealed. Sleep peacefully tonight. The battle has been fought and won. You don't need to worry anymore. Heaven is on guard. The witch cannot return. Her power is gone. She will fade from your path. Every time you feel anxiety rise, whisper, 'Michael, guard me,' and instantly you will feel calm. That is your reminder that heaven is only a breath away. God says, now it is time to focus on your destiny. Stop replaying the pain. Stop wondering why she did it. It doesn't matter anymore. The lesson has been learned, and the new chapter begins. I am turning your pain into purpose, your fear into faith, and your silence into testimony. Soon you will speak, and others will find healing through your story. They will look at you and see proof that light always wins. The witch wanted you to skip this message because she knew it would break her final hold. But you didn't skip. You chose faith. You listened. And because you did, heaven moves faster now. Angels are positioned at every corner of your life. They are aligning opportunities, removing toxic connections, and guiding you toward divine encounters that will change everything. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. You are loved beyond measure. God says, do not rush. Let things unfold naturally. I will show you what needs to be seen. And I will hide what no longer serves you. You don't need to chase people, what's meant for you will stay. The right people will recognize your value without you having to prove it. This is divine alignment. Everything that falls away now is protection, not punishment. Michael says, "Beloved, you will soon notice miracles in small moments, money showing up unexpectedly, someone offering help without you asking, a sudden sense of peace after months of heaviness. These are signs that heaven has taken over. You don't need to struggle anymore. You've crossed into a new frequency, one where you are untouchable by darkness. Remember that every trial you faced was training. You learned patience, discernment, and inner strength. Now you are ready for the blessings you once thought were too big for you. God says, I am proud of you. Even when no one believed in you, you still tried. Even when you felt broken, you still prayed. You are my warrior, my light bearer, my chosen. You have survived what others could not, and now you will thrive. The witch may have tried to destroy you, but she only ended up making you stronger. You carry scars that shine like armor now, reminders of what you overcame. Every wound turned into wisdom. Every loss turned into preparation. The time of mourning is over. The time of miracles begins. You will soon laugh again, love again, and trust again. The pain that once defined your days will become a distant memory. You will look back and realize that everything happened exactly as it was meant to bring you here, to this moment of divine revelation. You are not cursed, you are chosen. You are not forgotten, you are favored. And no witch, no darkness, no enemy can ever take that away. Michael's voice fades softly but powerfully. Beloved, remember, light always wins. You are surrounded by heaven's army. Rest now. You are safe, you are protected, and your future is already written in gold. And God says, it is done. God says, this is an urgent message only for you. My beloved child, I speak to your spirit at this very moment because something dark tried to silence this message before it reached you. The witch who has been circling your life in secret does not want you to read another word. She wants you to believe that nothing spiritual is happening, that everything you feel is only imagination, that your fatigue, confusion, and sudden changes in energy are just ordinary. But heaven sees everything. Archangel Michael has been standing beside you, sword of light raised, watching her attempts to enter your space through envy, jealousy, and manipulation. And now, as you open this message, light begins to break through her illusion. God says, my child, the witch fears you because of the divine favor that rests upon you. You are a chosen one, and she has known this for longer than you can imagine. She saw something in you, a radiance that is not of this world, and she wanted it. She wanted your peace, your beauty, your confidence, your laughter, your blessings, and the attention you receive without even trying. She has been trying to mimic you, to walk like you, to speak like you, to carry your essence as if it were hers. But what she forgot is that what comes from me cannot be stolen. What I placed in you was designed uniquely for your soul, and any hand that tries to take it will burn in the light of divine justice. Archangel Michael says, beloved, please listen carefully. There is no joke here. You are not reading this by accident. Every word that enters your heart right now is part of a rescue mission unfolding in the invisible realm. You may have felt drained lately, as if someone was pulling your energy. You may have noticed confusion between you and certain people, arguments arising without reason, strange dreams, or a heavy feeling in your chest when you think about specific names. Those are the signs of the spiritual interference that has been building up around you. The witch has been projecting thoughts toward you, doubt, guilt, fear, hoping to lower your vibration so she can access what belongs to you, but heaven is moving fast. The moment you read this line, a golden flame begins to descend from Archangel Michael's sword, cutting through the dark cords that were sent toward you. They look like invisible threads that used to bind your mind. But now they are snapping one by one. The witch will feel this break. She will feel her control slipping. She will realize that her plans are being seen by the Almighty, and her own fear will start to consume her. That is why she wanted you to skip this. She knew that if you read these words with faith, her disguise would shatter and she would be exposed before all who believed her lies. God says, "My child, there is no power greater than love and truth." You have been tested through betrayal, false friends, and secret jealousy, but you stood strong. You prayed when others mocked you. You cried when no one saw, and those tears became holy offerings that reached my throne. Every silent cry you made became a seed that now blossoms into protection, abundance, and light. The witch cannot understand why her spells return to her. She cannot comprehend that you walk with angels. She cannot see that every attempt she makes only blesses you more, because I, the Lord, turn every curse into elevation for my chosen. Do not be afraid, for I am with you. Even now, the heavens are aligning to remove her influence from your path forever. Michael says, this is the final warning. She has crossed the line one too many times. She used false kindness to approach you, pretending to care, pretending to pray for you, but her heart was bitter. She observed your victories and secretly wished for your fall. But her whispers are being recorded in the book of truth. And every hidden word will come to light. She will soon find herself surrounded by the same darkness she tried to send your way, and when that happens, she will finally beg for mercy. My beloved, do not lower yourself to her level. Keep your peace. Pray for your enemies, but stay wise. You will soon notice certain people acting strange, suddenly apologizing, suddenly trying to reconnect. That is how heaven will confirm who was behind this. The truth will not remain hidden. You will receive a sudden message, an unexpected confession, or a vivid dream that will reveal her face clearly. It will happen within divine timing, but sooner than you expect. God says, I have seen how tired you are of being strong. You have been attacked spiritually.